Hey, yo everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue number 3. Take a look at this column cover right here. Now, where we last left off, Jason had returned to the Allcast, a group of secret monks, I guess would be the best term, that helped train Jason after he got resurrected. Unfortunately, when he returned to them, they all turned into zombies. He had to then proceed to kill all the zombies, although zombies are undead, so you're really not killing them. And now he wants to exact vengeance. And the individuals that caused this are called the Untitled, I believe. I'm still working out all the names of the secret organizations here. It's not really sticking that well. Anyways, issue number 3 starts off with Jason and the Outlaws talking to this very, very old being who happens to look like just a kid. And he says that he'll help Jason and the Outlaws out, but he wants their favorite memory from each one of them. So, Jason, Starfire, and Arsenal all give up their best memory to this individual as kind of collateral. They'll get it back, and they have to go and avenge the death or figure out exactly what the Untitled wanted. And they go off and they fight this monster and these obstacles and all these deadly things. Well, this omnipresent old being who looks like a kid looks at their memories. He looks at Starfire's favorite memory, Arsenal's favorite memory, and Red Hood's favorite memory. So the question is this. Will Red Hood and his outlaws, although they're not really his outlaws, but will Red Hood, Starfire, and Arsenal be able to avenge the death of these all-casts? Will they be able to find exactly what the Untitled took from this group? And exactly what are the best memories of these outlaws? Just going to have to read and see. Let's get into the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. Scott Bloodale has a little bit better of a voice for the characters in this issue. Red Hood and the Outlaws has been a very shaky comic, but the characters feel a little bit more in character. Not totally in character, but we're getting there, which is nice. And the action was pretty fun, too. Good fight scenes, especially when they fight the giant floor demon. Read it, you'll understand. Second thing is the memories give insight into the characters and their fun memories. Particularly the Jason memory, which was just a nice little memory you can sit back at and look at and be like, aww. And the ending kind of wraps up exactly what's been going on these past 3 issues. Bad. The story really wasn't that good. And I don't know if this is the end of the story arc. It could be. I don't know, 3-issue story arc, that seems pretty weak. But if it is the end, it's a really bad ending. Well, not that it's a bad ending, it's just really not that interesting a story. Feels like we're going in, we're doing this, but now we're going to do this, now we're going to do this. It feels kind of scatterplot a bit, if that makes sense. The story really wasn't that great. A little too much mysticism and mind-bending stuff, which on one hand I didn't mind because it felt kind of like the old-fashioned George Perez, Marv Wolfman Teen Titans day, but at the same time it really doesn't fit the tone of the comic. So I really didn't care for that. Next bad. Where do we exactly go from here? They give a little spoiler or a little hint that they're going to go into why these people are outlaws. But are we going to go do that? Or are we going to finish what happened in this issue? See, the issue kind of left a lot of things loose ends wise. There's a lot of loose ends and we really don't know where it's going to go from here. Are they going to continue to proceed to look and go after this Untitled? I believe those are the villains. For all I know, I could be saying the Untitled are the villains, but really they were the Secret Society. But anyways, will they be going after these bad guys, or will they go off and we find out why they're the outlaws? Well, we know why Jason's an outlaw, but really didn't care for the ending. Putting the story aside, the plot aside, and how it wrapped, or exactly where it's going to go from here, this issue was not bad. It was better than the second issue. Now, Red Hood and the Outlaws is still a pretty weak comic. I give this maybe a 2.5. Had some good moments. The characterizations weren't bad. They weren't great, but they weren't bad, and the action was pretty good. But the weak plot and the uncertainty on exactly where it's going from here, and I don't know if it's really the uncertainty, it's just the fact that I'm confused on where it's going to go from here. I want a good sense of what's going to be happening in my comics, and I don't really get it from the end of this comic. Not saying the ending's bad, because the ending's not bad. It wrapped things up nicely, in a way. At least when it came down to this issue. But for the overall story, I don't even know if the overall story is going to be continuing. See? It's kind of confusing. Like I said, it's a 2.5. Good Jason comic. Everything else, if you're not a fan of Jason, then I, again, recommend maybe avoiding this. Hopefully, the next issue or the next story arc will be better and I can recommend it a little bit more. But on the whole, Red Hood and the Outlaws has its moments, but just not enough of them. So, like a 2.5 out of 5, this is Andrew saying peace out for now.